All right, I think this thing's on. Hey, we're recording, right? This is actually going on in the recording. I've lost so many streams by not recording them on time that I gotta make sure. I gotta double check. I think we're good though, right? I think I see you guys. I think it's on. Okay, good. So at least we can record the progress. I haven't done one of these before. Um, that is, I haven't had to actually push this button yet. I've been tweaking the broadcast box for a while now. It's been relatively speaking, in your relative time, it's only been about a year, I guess. It's been almost a year, a little bit over, something like that. Um, but the broadcast bandwidth was not quite as high as I would like it to be. We're gonna push a button here and see if something good happens. Maybe something good could happen, right? I'm crossing my fingers. Nothing possibly could go wrong. That's for one thing. Everything that I have ever built always works. It never doesn't work the first time. So of course, if it's not going to work, then obviously something would happen. Did you get a sponsor from McDonald's Wi-Fi? Well, we're not running the stream off McDonald's Wi-Fi, thank God. If we had to run this stream off of an intertemporal McDonald's, we would be probably screwed. Though, somebody did talk about installing a McDonald's in the mess hall. That was some talk around Watch headquarters for a while. I don't know if that ever got overruled by executive or not. Well, maybe one of these days we'll have to do a tour of the facility. That is, well, that's something to discuss later. But maybe we'll have to do a tour, and I'll walk you guys through the facility. That'd be fun. But let's see if we can get this. Hmm. Okay. Well, I think it's all plugged in. I think. I mean, if it's not plugged in, then we'll find out soon enough. All right, you guys ready for this? Um, Here we go. Three, two. uh, that did it work? I mean, I think the broadcast is still on, right? You guys are still the stream didn't crash. I know it does that a lot, but I think the light's still on. Okay, well, if the light's still on, we'll just soldier on, I guess. We'll just make the best of it. Okay. Where's the? Wait a second. Let's see. What is how is this thing even burning? There's nothing on it that can possibly even burn. I don't know how this is happening. How frustrating. If I just shove this out of the way, then I think it should just smolder in peace. And let's see. Yeah. I think it's okay. Well, no, I think it worked. There was just a bit of feedback from the system, I think. It kind of worked. It was on track to work. Let me see if I can get myself back to my feet here. Hey, there they are. Ah. So I'm getting clear enough readings. What do you guys think? Was it worth the wait? Did I keep you guys waiting long enough? It definitely was a bit of a struggle getting it set up and getting it working properly. That is certain. Look at the beard. I've always had a beard. You've seen this beard for years. I have never not been a bearer of the beard. I will say though, my hair is a lot more defined than it used to be. I like the bounce it has in it. The change in conditioning, I think. But yeah, it's really nice that I can show you guys how I actually look. I've been meaning to do that for a long time now, but budget cuts and that sort of thing. You gotta plan ahead a little bit first, and part of planning ahead is you have to plan your head too. Not sure if time was forgiving or unkind. So I don't know how much you know, and I guess today is the right day to find out, right? To get to know me. I stopped aging at 35. That was, well, I guess in your relative time, a lot longer than 35 years ago. I was born in the early part of the 20th century, actually. So, eventually, you just stop aging when you live outside of town, outside of time. And one of the luxuries about living outside of time is that aging can't keep track of you anymore. There is something a little off in my settings. Let me make sure that everything is aligned where it's supposed to be. We are lagging just a little bit. Ah! That part wasn't supposed to move. Okay, I see what's going on. I see the problem. There we go. It's those confidence intervals. I guess I should show you guys the rest of the outfit, shouldn't I? This is in fact what happens when you do your gym reps. That is true. It's a little quiet in here. Let me turn my let me turn this back on. Yeah, I appreciate the extended range of motion too. Marburg's in chat there. He did an amazing job on this. I'm beyond happy with how this came out, and it's going to be a hell of a challenge. Learning how to properly pilot this new rigging setup, because Marburg did a crazy job, and I'm going to have to work very hard to be able to make the best out of all of it. That's a trick that I couldn't do before. I did it all the time, but you just couldn't see it. All right, let me take you guys on a tour. How about that? So obviously you're gonna get to see my face all the time anyway. So I mean that's not a surprise. Let me actually, if I just jump over here really fast, maybe that should clear up some of the lag. Yeah, that might help a little bit. I had a lot of extra shaders running on the other scene to make the re-debut work. It might also just be a shadow and shading issue. We'll see. But yeah, so here's the coat. Coat over the vest. The floating fabric is very very pleasing. It fits very nice and loose on my shoulders, and I like it. It's like it's like wearing a blanket, really. Does it come off? Daya, why are you asking me to take my clothes off? The zipper is more or less cosmetic. I don't know if I've ever had the reason to zip this thing out. Let me see. It does, however. My artist actually insisted on some of the details. Originally, if you guys remember, my vest was a lot more plain and simple. But we got to talking about it, and he's like, you know, what if we made it a little bit more cyberpunk-like? What if we embellish just a little bit? And when I show you who the artist is, you might fully understand what I mean by his intentions. Because it is definitely a his style sort of thing. All right, here's the belt line, the rest of my arms. I'm a bit tall, I suppose. You can see down here in the corner, that's my in my pocket. I always carry that watch with me. That is an essential piece of engineering department gear. It even carries my own sigil on it. Etched right into the top of it. In fact, all of my most trusted watchers gets their own watch. What's in my pocket? I'm not turning my pockets out. In fact, I really don't carry a whole lot in my... I'm not a pocket carrier sort of person. Pants are supposed to have pockets, of course, but they're... in this case, it's more of a shallow kind of a change pocket, I guess. Kurosawa Golden one. Yeah, he's just trying to shake me down. Good luck to him, though. I think I can take it. And as a purse, I don't have a purse either. I don't need a purse. In fact, I don't need a purse because I have this glove over here, right? This glove is essential gear. Again, proprietary of the engineering department of the Wayfarers Association. Crafted by yours truly, wielded only by yours truly. It is the only one that exists in the entirety of the multiverse. And it's the reason that I don't really need my pockets, per se. I can make anything that I need with it. I can bring things out of the engineering department to my hand from anywhere and any when that I need to. And it's generally pretty nice. It is also fused to my arm, so I couldn't possibly dispossess myself of it if I wanted to. But yeah, I think a nice belt is essential. I like the additional details on the belt as well. Of course, it has to have the clasp to reach to my watch. Belt cuffs, safety first, by the way. Um, leg cuffs are essential to prevent horrific engineering-related accidents because, God forbid, you get a piece of loose fabric caught in something. This was another detail that he insisted on. My boots originally, when you used to see them back in the time, were a lot more simple, a lot more Spartan. But the additional details here, the added caps to the knees, the plates on the shins, and the very neat laces. You can tell the measure of a man by how he laces his boots. I think that's it's sort of a lost skill. Nobody really like, how many of you right now even have like shoes with laces on them, right? I don't think a lot of people think about like tightening down laces for respectable boot wear. Steel capped, of course. Steel cap shoes. But yeah, so let me step over here. All right, so there I am. So what do you guys think? You think the broadcast upgrades were worth it? Was it worth the wait? Like I said, I kept you guys waiting for over a year now. Was it worth the wait? Put the coat back on here real fast. There you go. The full flow in motion. You know how I love my wigglies, right? Well, I get to wiggle with them. Can I hold the clock in my hand? I actually don't have a toggle for my watch. I had thought about that, but to go back and add additional toggles that kind of came to me later would have added months onto the time. So that's things to go on the list for later. I'm looking forward to expanding things though. It's something I want to talk with you guys about today while we're on stream, because I have lots of ideas for going into the future, but a lot of those things I haven't had the opportunity to fully flesh out in my mind yet. Oh, wait. Speaking of toggles, wait a second. So, one of the more essential things. And I think this is I don't know. I think this is something you guys might appreciate. I think it's it's thoughtful, right? I'm a thoughtful guy. I have lots of ideas. I'm judging chat. I am always judging chat. Because chat deserves to be judged. Chat regularly says a lot of suspect things. So the judging is mandatory. Chat reflects streamer. Does it, Renoxy? I don't know. I don't think I'm nearly as out of pocket as chat gets me. Some of you guys need to be punished. That's what I think. Some of you guys need to be sorted out and have your issues fixed for you. Speaking of other important and essential toggles, this is probably my the first thing that I insisted on requesting, actually. What do you think? Are they stylish enough? This way I can actually see you guys. And they're not sunglasses either. I thought about a pair of sunglasses, but you know, I spent too much time hiding my eyes behind those back when I had that as a toggle on the other model. I'm like, you know, glasses can be stylish without hiding your eyes behind them. I feel like putting them on put like 15 years onto my age though. Maybe it's the half frames, right? I think half frames are pretty chic though. Librarian? I'm not a librarian. I mean, I do manage a catalog of important items here, but I wouldn't call myself a librarian. How fast can I read like this? I can read as fast without them as I can with them. But I would say that I could probably read faster than most. We'll say it that way. I can definitely read faster than most people. I've talked about it in the past, and I think we did one, and it wasn't very long. I'm trying to remember when it was. Probably around Halloween. I want to do a few more reading style streams, or kind of internet exploration sort of streams, where we just kind of hang out and just read stuff. They're blue light glasses. I mean, I guess I am a bit of a gamer, right? You have to have the gamer glasses. Those still kind of baffle me a little bit, but I don't know why you would end up buying, you know, a $300 pair of glasses when you can just get a coating on a normal pair of glasses. They sell coatings for basically everything these days. I don't know if you got how many of my watchers are glasses wearers. I think people are too ashamed of glasses. Too many people are like, "Oh, I've got to get LASIK. I've got to get contacts. I can't wear glasses." Old people and nerds wear glasses. No, we're taking it back. I think glasses can look... I think they can look nice. What do you guys think? I think that they are a respectable look for glasses. Too scared to touch your eyes? I mean, you know, I respect that. I respect that a lot. I don't do contacts. I don't do eye drops. I don't do any of that nonsense. I don't have any reason to touch my eye. Getting an eyelash out of my eye is already asking a lot. It's already asking a lot to even get an eyelash out of my eye. God forbid I have to put a piece of plastic in my eye. No, sir. I wouldn't say that I'm a nerd, Kuro. I would say that I have a lot of diverse hobbies. Several of which may be considered a little nerdy, I guess. I mean, I played Factorio on stream. That's pretty nerdy, right? So in the hierarchy of games, right? Where does Factorio rank against like map games, right? If I started playing Stellaris tomorrow, would that be more or less nerdy than playing Factorio on stream? Or if I went back to playing chess on stream, would that be more or less nerdy? Less? It'd be less nerdy to play map games than Factorio. We need an official poll on this. I need clear opinions about this. Where's my make a poll button? Where's that at? Here we go. Let's see. Is Factorio more or less nerdy than map games? All right, I need this essential information, so I'm going to be counting on all of you guys to have, have the correct and best opinions. I don't think I could pull the not a nerd angle. I mean, how many nerds play fighting games? Fighting games are not a nerdy thing. I would say that fighting games are... No, they're not. They're absolutely not. Fighting games are not nerd activities. I see Chef in chat. Chef will back me up on this. Fighting games are not nerdy activities. Fighting games are, like, they're the opposite of nerdy, right? We're getting in there and scrapping. We're fighting like manly men. I think you guys are full of it. How's this poll going? I gotta see the results going here. I kept in the essential third option because every poll has to have a mandatory third option. The ability to participate without having to actually participate is important to every poll. If your local stinks, it's a nerd activity. I mean, that just means you just don't have proper control over the, you don't have control over the riffraff. I don't play Victor, which means I know frame data, which means I know numbers, ergo I'm a nerd. So anything that has any sort of interface with numbers is a nerd activity? Is that the standard we're working with now? Numbers, therefore a nerd? Basically? Oh man, the kingdom of nerdy activities expands by the minute then. That's getting really out of hand really fast then. So I'm looking over my stuff here. We could go to the slideshow. I think that's the next thing on the agenda. You know, you can't have a re-debut stream without doing a PowerPoint, right? But I think we have... I'm looking at my list here. I do have one more toggle that I might be able to show you, but I would have to change the channel category first. I don't think I'm allowed to show that toggle on this channel. On this channel it's fine, I think. But I don't think I'm allowed to show it on this category on Twitch. Lifting is about making a heavy number go up, therefore lifting is nerdy. There you go. You know, when people say, hey, where do you work out? Oh, I work out at the gym. Where do you work out? I work out at the library. They're both nerds. It's just two nerds talking about their different workout routines. They both take creatine. They just take creatine in different amounts. Both those guys are hitting the B12 super hard. They are slamming that B12. Are we starting an only clocks page? No, we're not starting any only clocks pages. But I mean, well, I'll show you guys what I mean. Give me 1 second. Looks like the poll finally finished. Apparently Factorio is more nerdy than map games. I mean, if we're going off of our standards, right? You guys told me that numbers makes it nerdy. Well, if numbers makes it nerdy, Stellaris has way more numbers in it than Factorio does. Factorio is just about making number go up, but Stellaris is making esoteric number in 3,000 unknowable places all go up at the same time for stupid reasons. It's also about making the most worthless pops you can and sending them to your neighbors. That's what it's really about. It's about the most toxic migration policy you can imagine. Factorio has a reputation and Stellaris doesn't? Is that okay? So we're working on social stigma then. I don't know. Factorio has. How can Factorio have anything except a nerdy reputation? Factorio is figuratively software development. I mean, it literally is. You're just developing. You're just developing buses, right? You're developing circuits to move things from place to place. All right. All right. Tell you guys what. Give me a second to make sure that it all works. Right. I'll run a quick ad break while we do it, just so I can keep the pre-rolls turned off. And while I get that moved around, I will swap the channel category so that Twitch doesn't murder the channel on a debut, because Twitch seems to like murdering VTubers on their debut days for some reason. I can't say exactly what their problem is, but I just don't want to invoke Clancy's wrath. Tom Clancy maybe, but just not the other Clancy. As odd of an individual as he is. All right, give me 1 second, and I'll be right back. All right, channel category section successfully swapped. I can now participate in this section of Twitch. Hooray! I've heard it's really popular over here. I hear there's a lot of people like coming over here to view content, so now I get to hang out with them. I spent a lot of time on this scene. I don't know if you guys appreciate the amount of work that went into setting up this scene. No, I can just tread water. I'm just standing here. It looks deeper than it is. I put in ray tracing. I mean, it's kind of close. But all these waves, the reflections, all that, all handmade. Kami House, not so much. Not so handmade. Let me see if I can tread water a little bit more here. There we go. What do you guys think? I don't really get to show my guns off that much with the shirt still on. Now, one thing that I thought about was, you know, what if I wanted to do an actual swimming scene, right? I don't, because this isn't really a proper swimsuit, right? I'm still wearing pants here. Yeah, that is the Kami House. I don't know. What do you guys think, though? How many of you actually swim in pants? I feel like that's like putting training weights on swimming. Seems like it takes an already kind of difficult task and makes it harder. Oh no, I know people do, Lane. People absolutely do. Americans do. Red-blooded Americans do. Genes, for that matter. The good old boys jump into the local pond in their pants. They don't give a shit. Seen Americans wearing sneakers in the pool? That never. That absolutely not. Shoes do not belong in water, because shoes absolutely will just turn into rocks and drag you to the bottom. You don't do that. Can we get potion seller, Dante? What is that? What does that even mean? I mean, I have an idea. I was looking at some filters earlier. I could probably do something silly like that, actually. I think I have the tools. Yes, I know the potion seller video. That is a thing. I am aware of that. Let me get you the rest of the build here. I don't know how much of this I could show off without getting murdered by Twitch, though. You know, they keep modifying the nudity rules, right? Kurmar, you cannot handle my strongest potions. They contain the greatest amount of tren you have ever seen in your life. No, I wouldn't ever. No, sir. Not me. I don't need this is all natty, by the way. 10,000 push-ups every day. That's how you get this. 10,000 push-ups every day. Male presenting nipple. I mean, there's these kind of streaks there. You can't distinguish that. Oh, I do have to show you guys. So there is another toggle on top of this. I don't know. Well, I know exactly, actually. Let me take that back before I walk away too far from the idea. Where's the video at? All right, so I've never shied away from copyright on this stream, though I'm sure that I probably should be more careful about it. But we're gonna watch a movie. Are you guys familiar? Are you familiar with the 1988 absolute banger classic film, Bloodsport? Are you enjoyers of the 1998 Cage Fighting Championship Grand Slam of film, Bloodsport? I don't see any appreciators. Oh wait, no, there we are. We just had some delay. All right, so let me get this window pulled up, because this scene doesn't actually have a source on it. Let me see. Actually, I should just have my... Yeah, there we go. Bring that over here. And... where is... That's what happens when you nest too many scenes. That's what happens when you nest just a couple too many things. You guys would not believe me if I told you I have like 50 different things set up all running at once on this stream just to make it all work. And I've turned off about a quarter of it, but I need an organizer. They released an organizer for the new version of OBS, and I just haven't set it up yet because it breaks a bunch of my other stuff. That's the trick with making anything like this. You guys have seen some of my programming streams in the past. I do a lot of interactive stuff on this stream, and the dependency stack it's a little absurd. There are things that depend on other things that depend on other things on this stream, and there are thousands of them. All right, so let's put the music aside for just a second. All right, so check this out. Waterproof phone case, right? This is essential viewing right here.
You break my record. Now I break you. Like I break your friend.
You break my record, I break you. Peak television, by the way. Peak cinematic experience right there. The dubbing was quite excellent, I will say. How fast could I make them move? That's about as fast as they'll go, I think. I've got muscle control, but you know there's limits to these things. I strictly speaking probably could control them independently. But you know that's difficult the way that muscles are structured, right? You've only got so many tendons. You're more familiar with the Hot Shots version of Bloodsport? I don't think when was the it has to have been a long time since I've seen Hot Shots anything, really. Thinking about it. But yeah, that's that. So what do you guys think? I want to do more stuff like this. I like building sets for stream. Some of you guys have seen my MechWarrior stuff in the past. Some of you guys that saw, what was it? Mechabellum, I think I did it with as well. I want to do more stuff like that. I want to do more stuff where you guys get to play on stream with me. Either literally directly play the game, or you know, play a game on top of the game. I don't know how many of you guys are Shindigs enjoyers. I am a Shindigs enjoyer. I have rated you guys into Shindigs on multiple occasions because I really enjoy. I enjoy what he does. I enjoy conceptually what he does, and I mean, I strive to do the same kinds of things here on this stream as well. I want to do lots of really fun overlay stuff with you guys. I already have a number of them that I've kept them in my back pocket for a long time because I was waiting for this model to finish. Because like, I think aesthetically, the sets just work a little bit better with this model than it did with my previous one. All right, let's head back to the shop real fast. And head back to the special events channel. Where's put my shirt and coat back on. It's actually kind of chilly out here. I don't know how many of you guys have ever swam in the ocean, but you have to appreciate that it is actually pretty chilly in the ocean in most places. Do I have to? Yes, eventually, Gob, I do have to. Eventually we must. We can't just stay in the water forever. I don't think I'm cut out for being a pools, hot tubs, and spas streamer. I don't think I'm that kind of guy. What do you guys think? Do I come off as that kind of guy to you? I mean, be honest with me. I don't think so. I don't see it. It should become my primary content? You think I should just hang out in the water forever? I'd get all pruny, though. You know, you spend enough time in the water, and eventually you get the shrinkage. I need a swimsuit toggle. I mean, so one thing that I was thinking about, and I think it would probably be useful in the future anyway, is that I do want to have a handful of other outfits, right? Like I was thinking about when summer comes around, right? I kind of like to do some cookout streams where we just kind of hang out, we make burgers, we celebrate various summer holidays, and chat over burgers and drinks. But I don't have a swimsuit, so how would I do a cookout on the beach, right? Yeah, I mean, how could I not be the #1 dad VTuber and not do girl streams, right? That's an essential dad skill. Do a waterproof apron. I mean, I don't think the apron's the issue. Like, I can do an apron with just with the clothing I've got set up. I think I could just drape an apron over here. I mean, the vest is whatever. I think I could technically toggle the vest out of the way, and I think that'd be fine too. But the vest, I don't think the vest would be the issue. I think the bigger issue would be that, I mean, it's still the beach, right? And if you go to the beach, you go to the beach in a swimsuit. Hey, Nenora, my wiggly friend. Welcome in. Glad to have you here. Glad you could make it. I'm seeing lots of faces that I haven't seen in a while. I'm happy to see all of you guys. I'm glad you guys could all make it out. Hopefully you guys can make it out a lot more often in the future. But yeah, I've got lots of ideas about what I want to do content-wise. And we're gonna kind of brainstorm a few of those today. Hanako, welcome to the Watchers. Glad to have you. I should probably turn my announcements back on. Now that we're out of the demonstrative phase. Oh no, they were still on. It was just the bridge was off. We can thank Edge for that, actually. I started routing some of my stuff through Microsoft Edge, and you guys will probably say, why the hell are you using Microsoft Edge for anything? And that's a valid question. Why would you ever use Microsoft Edge for literally anything? And the answer is, it actually gets me some access to some different text-to-speech voices for stuff that we'll do in the future. So, something we will definitely be working on in the future. Hanako, welcome in. Glad to have you. Speaking of things coming up in the future, Hanako has been working on something else that we'll be showing off in the coming days or weeks. Not tonight. Not tonight. There's only so many things I can show off in one night. But announcements of future announcements, as always. As always, never not be announcing new things. All right. Well, should we get the PowerPoint out of the way? I think we should get the PowerPoint out of the way. I think we should just do it. We should get the formalities out of the way, and then we can start doing other stuff. Yeah, let me see. Where's my window at? Let's see. I'm not gonna force you guys to see that one through the phone, because that would be a little rude. Oh, I did forget to change the section again, didn't I? We're back to special events. No pools today. Well, I mean, earlier today. Yes, earlier today technically. But yeah, we have to go through the traditional PowerPoint. If we don't do a PowerPoint, we're slacking off. I actually clicked one of my tabs here that says PowerPoint on it. I forgot that I wrote a system in OBS that can operate a PowerPoint. I wrote it as an experiment because I think somebody asked me, hey, can you literally make OBS do a PowerPoint presentation? And I thought, it shouldn't be too hard. And sure enough, you can just write a PowerPoint in OBS. I didn't do that this time though. I did it the easier way. All right. So, should probably go over here without the overlay in the way. Give me a little bit more space to work with. All right. Boom. I'm staying color-coded today. All right, so it's just a few things that are essential for you guys to know. Because well, for one thing, I want to talk about what this channel is. A lot of you guys may not know anything about me, or you might only like know me. You might know me tangentially. You might know me as a friend of a friend of a friend of a friend, or as that one guy you saw in an ad somewhere, or that one guy who posted a stupid meme on Twitter or something. You know, however you found me, I appreciate that you found me. So this is my my reference sheet. I actually showed this off a while back. So I guess technically speaking, a lot of parts of this model are not really a surprise to some of you. I already showed you guys what was coming. But this will be available again on my on the Twitter and on the Discord again in the future. So if you have inclinations to do anything with my artwork, by all means do so in a safe and sane manner. You know me as the rigging obsessed owner of Extreme Tuber Wrestling. I mean, I've never rigged a match in my life. Never once. I'm totally honest. I would never, for the sake of a storyline, put my thumb on the scale. The chips fall where they may. It's on the talents. They have to be the ones that put themselves over. And it's on the crowd too. It's on the crowd as well to make themselves as as helpful to the on-screen talents as possible. But yeah, so all of this will be made available on the Twitter and on the Discord. I'm extremely happy with the work that Sigmund did on this. Sigmund is a crazy guy, and I say that in the kindest way possible. He is a madman. He works super hard. The work he does as his day job, right, blows me out of the water. That's part of the reason that I went to him in the first place, and he was extraordinarily good to work with. I couldn't be happier with the experience. I couldn't be happier with the outcome. And I didn't even ask him to make this reference sheet, or the icons that he made, the logo that I've used on the stream a few times in the past already, and on the overlay and that sort of thing. He made those and just said, "Here, have." The vest does look a little bit bulletproof, but it is 100% reinforced leather. It is very cozy, very flexible, very durable. Almost as durable as I am. Almost. Hidden here behind chat, that is the common watcher. That is you, actually. So, whenever I refer to my watchers, obviously I'm talking about you guys, right? I appreciate all of your help, though. It's because of you guys that I'm able to do what I do, and it's support from you guys that makes it possible for me to keep making content the way that I do as well. It's kept me buoyant over the last year to get the support from the watchers that I have, and I'm looking forward to more of it going ahead in the future as well. Where did I? My old man brain just shorted out for a second. Sometimes it desyncs in time, and I forgot what I was looking for. I opened my tabs to look for something. I was like, oh, I need to move something around and drop it over here in the scene. And I forgot what it was. Oh no. I think it had something to do with something somebody said in chat, and now I can't remember what it was. What? Oh no. We already changed the category, we fixed that. That's fine. What was I? It'll come to me. It'll come back to me in a second. We'll fix that. We'll fix that when we fix it. Kathro, welcome in. Glad to have you. Oh, that's right. I was gonna make sure that the raid redeem. So I don't know how many of you guys have already seen the raid redeem here. There we go. I knew it was out of line. I needed to adjust that. I've had too many times somebody raids in because my portrait is a little dynamic on that. It actually looks really nice. There we go. That's fixed. And I think it is still properly turned on. All right. No sudden surprises. But yeah, I love the watcher design. That was actually from Lane Icaros. I'll give her a quick shout out real fast. Lane actually made a lot of VTuber like mascots. Almost, shoot, it had to be about a year ago that stream was I guess it wasn't a stream. She might have done some on stream. But it was a Twitter thread, I guess. And I was so happy with how it came out that I've made this little guy half of my personality now. I love my Wigglies to death. My Wigglies get to stay. Well, most of the Wigglies get to stay. That one's in the way. The other one gets to stay with me, though. He can stay. Yeah, the Twitter thread was really cool, and I appreciated everything that came out of that. So, I found every way I could to integrate this little watcher into everything I could try. He's probably going to go on a lot more things in the future. And I think we're going to use him as your watcher stand-in for those interactive streams I was talking about. Or, you know, a different version of him, maybe. We'll have to see. Maybe that'll be a stretch goal in the future for another content drive. Maybe we'll spruce him up. So like I said, the artwork for this model here was done by Sigmund. Sigmund did an amazing job with this, and I can't say that I could possibly be happier with the outcome. And he was, like I said, super easy to work with. Turned it out really fast, like faster than I could ever have expected. And normally when I hear about people working with artists, they work with artists in a way that the artist feels pressed because, oh my god, they're asking me so many questions and they're asking so many revisions and they're doing all of this and it's such a hassle and I can't believe the client's such a bear. And in his case, Sigmund was messaging me and saying, hey, I'm working on this part now. I drew up these several concepts. What do you think of this one, and this one? Which one are we gonna keep? And I mean, he had fully drawn drafts before any of the renders were done within days. I hadn't even paid him yet, and he was already churning out ideas. He went full steam ahead. I think he's just really in love with his art children. I think he just really, really loves doing what he does. And I think you have to when you're a professional of his caliber, right? You kind of just have to love the work you do. I love the work that I do, which is what makes doing it as enjoyable as it is. But yeah, definitely a big fan of his. Stayed in contact with him, of course, because why would you not? With somebody as cool as that. So I will probably be working again with him in the future. So hit me up on the Discord, guys. Some of you have already talked about toggles that you want to see, like a hand holding the watch, maybe, that sort of thing. So those will be things that I'll probably have to work with him in the future on. So give me ideas. Let me know on the Discord. There's a suggestion box on the Discord for that. So drop all your ideas there for that. Let me know. And I will circle back with him when the time is right. The rigging, of course, done by Marburg. Marburg also super cool to work with. Poor guy almost died while making my rig. Can you believe it? He put his heart and soul in this so much that he almost died in the process of making it. It was almost not done. We almost lost him. Or at least, so the lore goes. Many such cases. Yeah, sometimes, sometimes artists are tummy hort, right? Sometimes they just fall off the face of the planet because they got a sniffle, or their cat wasn't feeling up to it that day or something. And then there's days where your artist just dies. Thankfully, though, we got lucky. He did in fact not pass off and shuffle off this mortal coil. He did stay along with us, which I have to say I'm pretty thankful that he waited to finish my rig first. Last post Temmie Hort 6 years. Whatever you guys do, don't go look at your Steam friends list, right? Don't scroll down the part of your Steam friends list that says offline users. I don't know why Gabe felt it was necessary to inflict that level of psychic damage on people. But speaking of Sigmund and the artwork that he does, this is the extended Sigmund family. In fact, I originally became aware of Sigmund because I was aware of Lance. And to a slightly lesser degree at the time, Guinti Kitsune. So through them, I got in contact with Sigmund. He did all the artwork for all of them. He did amazing work on all of them as well, including Garu, who I don't believe ever had the opportunity to actually stream with his model. But right now, everybody is more or less active. Francier is I believe he's JP. So I've only had the opportunity to kind of speak with him a little bit. I appreciate his taste in games, though. I am also a Dungeon Fighter Online enjoyer. I just don't inhabit the same servers he does. One of these days, maybe I will stream DFO again, though. For old time's sake. I can stream on that server with my in the game playing my one of my favorite classes, actually. That game has one of my favorite designs for an MMO class at all, really. You miss DFO? I mean, DFO is very alive and well. They relaunched DFO. Oh, I'd have to say it was probably about 5 or 6 years ago. Back when Neapoly picked it up, and then they went ahead and made a fighting game out of it. That I think that DNF Duel is a good game. I will go to my grave saying that DNF Duel is a fun game that you can play. I will not die on the hill that it is a well-designed fighting game or a well-balanced fighting game. I'm not gonna make that mistake. But as far as like soul and design and how fun it is, I definitely would say that it is. Followed me because somebody told me I have a hyper-masculine model. Am I hyper-masculine? What do you guys say that I am? I fall in the hyper-masculine category. It's well-balanced. No, it's not. Ketero, no. DNF Duel is not well-balanced in any way, except that most of the cast has some form of a TOD. It is not balanced in any way, shape, or form. That game is degenerate. You're expecting more of a Fish of the North Star JoJo look? No, I mean, I wouldn't say that I have the hard edges that you would expect from Fish of the North Star, right? I don't have the dirt smudges on my face. But I'd say that I've got the power, right? I've got the strength. I've got the well, I've got my shirt on, right? So that keeps some of it contained. I'm not quite the square that I used to be. But it is cool to hear that that the word is getting out about the Dante Daedalus broadcast. Stardust Crusader coded. I mean, that was probably the least Metro of the JoJo's, right? Actually, no, right? Which arc was it that had Funny Valentine in it? Was that 9? Steel Ball Run. I think that was 9. I can't wait for that to get adapted. I want to see the spin. I want to see JoJo's on horses. It's 7? Oh, 9 is JoJo Lands. Okay. For some reason, I thought that it was 9 because it comes after. I have to count the parts on my hand now. Mandom? Is that really the name of a part? There's no way Araki named a part of the JoJo series Mandom. Oh, it's a stand name? Okay, thank God. No, never mind. What am I saying thank God for? That's still out of pocket. That's unhinged. You can't have, like, as gay coded as most of JoJo is right now, you can't just go naming a stand Mandom. I mean, we already had a bunch of really questionably named stands anyway. Soft and Wet was already asking for it, I think. I will say though, I was watching a video about Gio Giovanna, right? And it was talking about how his ability scaling works and that sort of stuff. I'm getting off on a tangent about JoJo's on a slideshow that has nothing to do with JoJo's. But I'll get this out of the way so it's off my chest. But they were talking about how Gio's power scaling works, right? And obviously the only thing that he can really use as a reference is that he scales to the other stand users, right? Which means that at some point he fought Dio. My model is a JoJo reference. I mean, sort of, maybe. What would my stand even be? If I had a stand, what kind of stand would I have? And what would it be after I hit it with an arrow? I'd have to hit it with a stand arrow, right? I can't just settle for just having a stand. I have to have a really, really cool stand. But yeah, they were talking about how Gio Giovanna is the one specific JoJo that managed to get his abilities nerfed by fighting with another one. Because his ability to use Requiem was instantly nerfed because he went back and fought Dio when Dio has his fancier stand from the video game. That was another fighting game that never really got a chance to get off the ground. JoJo All Stars is an amazing game. I think it was JoJo Stars. I think that was a console-only game, wasn't it? Am I remembering that correctly? Was JoJo All Stars a console-only game, or is that on Steam? Nope. I guess it's on Steam, but it's $60. Okay, that's why. It's a good game, though. Yeah, there's a remaster on PC. Heritage for the Future, I don't think ever got a remake. Heritage for the Future is Heritage for the Future is it is a video game. That is a video game that exists. It is not as broken as the Fist of the North Star fighting game, but it's still a video game. But yeah, anyway, so getting through the rest of our slideshow before we get too far off on the yapping tangents. So this is the extended family here. Make sure that you guys are giving them all follows, by the way. Everybody that actually does stream. So Lance, I don't know if Francier actually streams, but if he does stream, go find him and watch him. I think he might only be on YouTube too. Like I said, I think he's JP, and JPs really don't make their way to Twitch very often. Gwen definitely streams. I think she was streaming yesterday. Kuma should be coming back from a hiatus, so he should be streaming again soon. Sasha, I think actually streams under a different name on Twitch. I think it's Fiori's in. But definitely check her out as well. Whoever that guy between Faust and Sasha is, never seen him before in my life. I wouldn't pay any attention. And Faust is also very cool. He's working super hard lately. He streams a lot, and definitely give him a watch. I'm making plans. We will probably be doing collabs in the future, me and him. But he has some cozy streams. Definitely something to check into. So the background for my room that we were just in a minute ago, when I was showing off the model bits, and when I usually start streams, I'll usually start it on that scene. So that background was made by West K Dance. I forgot to put the names for the others onto the tab here because I forget those things sometimes. But all of the emotes on the channel that you can get by subscribing to the Dante Daedalus channel. All of the the static ones anyway. So the ones that look like this, the square ones. All those were made by Vampire Station. So you can find her. I don't think she streams anymore. She started doing YouTube videos for a while. I don't think that's her. Oh no, that is her. She just changed her icon, but she hasn't streamed in a while. But definitely appreciate Vampire Station. She is active on Twitter though, so if you're looking to get art done, she will do a fine job for you. She turned these emotes out really fast. Most of the effects and filters that you saw during the skit earlier in the stream, and stuff that I use all the time on stream. Most of those filters are a combination of things built into my streaming software and stuff made by Finite Singularity. I curse that Twitch only lets me do shoutouts every couple of seconds. Or every few minutes, because I don't think I'm going to be able to shout him out quite yet. I have to wait 2 more minutes before I'm able to tell somebody that we appreciate the work they do. That sucks. See, maybe I need to recruit a mod that I can just pay in peanuts and hot pockets or something, and say, hey, shout these people out and let me do other things besides deal with Twitch's bullshit. That'd be nice. Maybe I could do that. Maybe I'd just pay somebody to do it for me. Definitely appreciate all the work that Finite does. He, in fact, if you check his streams out, he does those the effects that he makes, all of the shaders and filters and that sort of thing. He does those in real time. He just churns them out and fine tunes them and tests them and the whole thing. So very cool guy. Essential for a lot of the stuff that happens on this channel. All right, so things going on into the next year and for the rest of the year, because there's still a couple months left of your 2024. But I think most of these are probably going to cover things that are going to happen going into the next year. So first things first, I do have a YouTube channel That's linked on at the bottom of the page here. So if you're not following the YouTube, make sure that you are following the YouTube for upcoming content. Mostly in recent months, it's mostly just been a VOD archive for Extreme Tuber Wrestling. For those of you that don't know, I do it was meant to be bi-weekly stream. So every other week I would do a wrestling stream full of other VTubers. I still do that stream, but it's been on a little bit of a hiatus because, like I said, I want to do more interactive stuff, right? I want to do more audience participation stuff, and I'm writing the back end to make that work. Unfortunately, I've been doing it by scratch, and I have a really heavy workload here at the workshop. So, side projects kind of went to the wayside on that. But something that I'm definitely doing more of is setting up ECW to be interactive and a fully playable wrestling federation for you guys. But I want to put more stuff on the YouTube as well. So I think that means we're gonna do a short splits. I'm gonna make a bunch of shorts, and I'm gonna count on you guys to help out on stream as well. Because when I have the funniest chatters in my watchers, that means I have the funniest content on Twitch, and that makes for the funniest shorts and clips too. So I will content farm the hell out of you guys to grow the brand, as it were. But I will be moving stuff over to the YouTube. I might start dual streaming on YouTube because I don't know how Twitch is going these days, and it might be worthwhile to kind of reach out to some guys over on other platforms as well. So we'll see how that works out. But like I said, point 2, more interactive streams, more redeems. I turned most of the redeems off on this stream right now because I didn't want to be like mid-model reveal and then suddenly a chainsaw bisects my model or something. Or showing off, hey, look at this really cool detail on my belt that I really like and it looks really nice, and hey, check this out, and then a scan line ruins it. But for any of you guys that are familiar with the stream, I do have a whole multitude of point redeems, interactive streams that we've done in the past, that sort of thing. And looking forward to doing more of those in the future. My raid redeem did not work at all this time. Welcome in, Finbar. Glad to have you guys. We were just going over the traditional podcast, the traditional PowerPoint. As is tradition, we are going through the traditional motions. I do want to do more collabs in the future too. I feel like I've been a little bit cloistered. I feel like I mostly kind of just stick to myself because it's really easy when I stream to just sit down and say, hey, I am going to stream today, and I'm going to stream Thing, and I'm going to stream Thing as long as I want today, and then I'm going to log off and I'm going to go to bed or whatever, right? So that's easy, but I think I'm being too lazy about it. So more collabs are going to come up in the future. What do you guys think? Do you guys like watching collabs? Do you like watching multiple people on stream at once? Because I feel like I think the reason I've always shied away from them in the past was partially because it's a lot of work, right, to organize a collab in the first place. But at the same time, it's also, I don't know, I think you have to have the right kind of chemistry to make a collab work, right? You have to have, a matching vibe, I think is a good way to say it. Because if it's just a collab for the sake of doing a collab, right, then that loses out on a lot of, the appeal. I think that's a good way to phrase it. It loses out on a lot of the appeal if you're just kind of doing collabs for the sake of there being another person there. They can be kind of chaotic too, right? And I think most of my streams are very relaxed, or at least I try to make them very relaxed. And if there's just too much stuff going on or too many jingling keys, I think that kind of takes away from it, right? It kind of hurts the content. Just do me. Well, I mean, I would, but I'd also like to, I guess, I don't want to say get out of my shell, right? Because I don't think that I'm necessarily afraid of talking to other people that do content. I just don't think that I do it enough. So I'll tell you what, I'm going to find people that I think gel with me, right? I'm not going to go out and just do collabs for the sake of doing them because I don't think that that's right? And I don't think that's what you guys would want either. I certainly don't want to do it just for the sake of like, because I know people are also kind of afraid. Oh, what if I go out and I go and I find a collab partner and I need to find somebody that has a lot of numbers, right? I gotta find somebody they got the big numbers. That way I can see all the, I can watch my viewer numbers go up and I can feel good about it. I want to make the best content I can. So that means I need to find the people that gel the best with me, you know, both in style and in vibe, but also in kind of like the things that we do together too, right? So like I don't do. So I'll admit this, right? I used to play Dead by Daylight, but I don't want to stream Dead by Daylight. Is that fair? I played hundreds of hours of Dead by Daylight. I was pretty damn good at Huntress, but I don't want to play Dead by Daylight on stream. I don't want to do it. As easy of a collab game as that is, I want to put those days behind me. I mean, some shade to the community, I guess, because it's turned into kind of a toxic place these days. But I don't want to get involved in that sort of stuff. So, I mean, even if it's something that I could do, I don't know that I necessarily would want to do it. I play Tekken and I don't stream it. I have streamed it, though. It's been a while since I streamed it. I guess it's been a couple of months since I streamed it. I probably streamed it back in August, I guess. No, wait. When did Heihachi come out? Heihachi's release day was the last day I streamed Tekken. Not because of Heihachi, just because I just had other stuff going. I stream fighting games all the time. Those are also kind of awkward to stream, though. Because fighting games are the number one... Oh, what was that hard drive article? You guys remember the hard drive article that was something like fighting game player heartbroken because he's too good to play with his friends but not good enough to play in a tournament? I feel like that's fighting games in general if you try to collab them, right? If I just pull somebody in that I think is a cool person but doesn't necessarily play fighting games, then that would be a terrible stream. I feel like the gap would be too miserable. Yep, there it is. Man too good to play fighting games to enjoy playing against friends, but not good enough to play competitively. That's it. That's the feel. That's it right there. That ruins lives. That is a heartbreaking feeling. Let me teach you Mishima. I mean, you just do electric and then do combo, isn't it? Just do electric, do combo, do spinny fist low. Or just turn into one of those Psychopath Kazuya players that just does sweeps. Finbar, I played Skullgirls for a while. Skullgirls was one of the first fighting games that I actually kind of took semi-seriously. No, you wabu then electric. I played King. I already wabu. I wabu and then I push you, and then I get the counter hit and then you die. You wabu into great throw. So anyway, yeah. So plans coming up in the future too. I want to have a 3D model next year. Sometime next year, I want to have a 3D model finished and ready to go. Not because I necessarily want to use it for like daily streaming use. Because I think I like this model as it is. I like the shape and the way that you maneuver a 2D. And I think it's perfect for the sort of streams that I usually do, including some of the like augmented reality, I guess you could call them, hand streams and that sort of thing. So I kind of liked my Live 2D for that. But that said, I would like to have a 3D model for a number of reasons. One, I would kind of like to do, I'd like to do VR chat sort of stuff. I'd like to go world exploring and do world tours. I'd like to go see events like VCAT. I'd also just like to be able to make, I'd like to be able to make things that allow me to integrate myself directly into the game. Because I know that there were, well, there was that one game called Craftopia, right? That ended up turning into Pal World. You could put a model directly into that, and I thought that was really cool. I think Passepartout did the same thing. I've also seen people that modded their models directly into fighting games. I'd like to put myself directly into Tekken, please. I would thoroughly enjoy that. Digby Cow, come in. Why are my redeems not working? Is my Sammy just broken? Let's restart Sammy. Let's see what's going on here. It should be shouting out my my guys coming in from raids. Oh, there's a Sammy update. That's why. Go figure. Look at the cheekbones. I mean, I do have a very well-defined jawline. They say that is the easiest way to define one's masculinity is by looking at the jawline, and I'd say I've got the profile. Oh, that's what it is. The Twitch token expired in the middle of the stream. That's why you guys aren't getting shoutouts. That explains everything. Is there a way to update this without... Let's get that fixed before we go any further. Alright, now it should probably work. I think. Well, why didn't it tell me that in the first place? Mewing raps? No, that's Zoomer shit, Kuramaru. Don't bring that Zoomer brain rot in here. This is an old man space. There are no Zoomerisms in here. Mewing, he says. Just be born with the better jawline. Yeah, just have prized genetics. It's that easy. But yeah, eventually the plan is to have a 3D, and I've talked with a few people about working on it. But that's a project that's going to come about probably sometime mid to late next year, if I had to guess. So look forward to that, and look forward to that entire world of content that opens up for the channel too, because that's a lot of fun stuff we can do. I can do a lot of immersive stuff with a 3D positional model. Also, I want to do longer streams on the weekends. I feel like I have lots of time to work on that, so if I do longer streams on the weekend, that's usually when viewers have more time to hang out, and I mean, it's pretty easy just to have a relaxing weekend stream. So I want to kind of expand the hours that I'm streaming, and the weekend's probably going to be the best time to do that. So definitely going to be planning around Saturdays and Sundays, having much longer streams than my usual weekday streams. In the past, I did those with art streams, or kind of just chatting streams. But I'm gonna kind of decide. I know that the bigger projects are going to be on the weekends because that's the easiest time for people that work during the week, or I know some of my weekday streams are a little later in the day for a lot of people, so it's harder to attend. But that's why I've always had ECW on the weekends. And I think my longer streams will also be on the weekend for that reason. But definitely going to be doing longer streams on the weekend anyway, right? That's kind of the idea. Yeah, I mean, part of it is endurance, right? Part of it's also voice training, right? I don't know how many of you guys were able to attend the 12-hour stream I did my first year of streaming. By the time I was done with that, in part because I decided to do karaoke in the middle of it, I obliterated my voice. Like, I couldn't speak for 2 days after that stream was over because I was just gassed. So you do have to you have to train your vocal cords a little bit to support your terrible streaming habit. How are we doing for time? I guess we're okay. We're not gonna get hit by a break just yet. All right, now the redeems are going through. Now it's seeing the point redeems. Those cards that pop up, by the way, those are collectible gacha cards. All of you guys get one of those for your daily point redeem. You get one discounted point redeem every day. Those are real cards, by the way. Those go into an actual card binder that you collect. And I was going to have a game finish for today that you were going to be able to play with those cards. But they're not quite ready yet. Eventually, though, when I do ad breaks and stuff like that, those of you that are either very cool people with ad blocker that don't have to worry about ads, or even cooler people who are subscribed to the Dante Daedalus channel, so you don't see ads either, you get to be able to use your cards with point redeems to play a game that scales your character abilities based on the number of a card that you have in your collection. So if you have, say,
license upgrade.
Well, thanks, Marb. Welcome to the Watchers. Enjoy your signed and dated ID card. So the more of a given card that you have in your collection, the stronger that class gets. And there are different rarities of characters, so each of those gets stronger the more rare they are. And then I'm even adding the game kind of hit a bit of feature creep. So now there's not only are there multiple character classes and there's scaling power levels and stuff like that. I'm also working on a scoreboard so that the player that did the most damage during the game gets a shout out at the top of a scoreboard. I think that'll be fun too. That way you guys aren't just like twiddling your thumbs, listening to music, and doing jumping jacks during ad breaks or something. I also want to record a cover at some point next year. I don't know exactly when I'm going to do it, and I haven't even actually picked out the song yet. But I want to record at least one cover before this time next year. And that includes putting together a whole video for it. I want it to be a bit of a spectacle. I want to do it proper, right? I gotta live that idle dream. Speaking of important idle things, it says Fumo. Now, I've seen sketches of Fumo, of me. That was a long time ago. That was kind of just a doodle somebody did. But I have acquired material and machinery and an additional camera. So in the near future, we are going to be building a Dante Daedalus Fumo here live on the stream. I am still kind of planning out the exact cuts and colors first, but that's something we're gonna work on together. It's gonna be a lot of fun. I'm excited to do it, almost as much as I'm excited to have it. I've seen a lot of YouTubers and a lot of streamers. They've been getting plushies from YouTubes, and I'm a little jealous because, of course, I don't have that kind of contract arrangement yet. I wish I did, but since I can't, for now, maybe with your support, maybe I will. Maybe that'll be a thing that I can do in the future. But until then, I am a guy that makes his own things. I 3D print things, I sew, I cook, I do all the things that are physically creative as much as one can as a time-traveling engineer, right? So I'm just gonna go ahead and just make my own Fuma, and I'm gonna do it with your help. So we'll be doing that in the coming months. It'll probably start, I would guess, probably in December, maybe? Build your own merchant cave in a box of scraps. That was probably the best line in any of the Iron Man movies. I appreciated that one a lot. But we're not Tony Stark, sir. Not everybody can be Tony Stark, and not everybody can be Dante Daedalus. That's just the rules of the world. It's just how it is. But I also do want to have merch that you guys can have access to in the near future as well. So that means probably simple stuff like standees and stickers, stuff that's easy to ship and easy to produce. You guys can have your watch logos and your watcher characters and my smiling face. You can put my smiling face on legally stickerable surfaces. Please don't go committing public crimes by putting wigglies on light posts or places where they don't belong. There's places that'll do stickers. So there's places that'll do stickers. There's places that will do standees. I've actually priced out a few of those already. I also... Well, I mean, I was looking around for ideas, right? And I came across this. I mean, I don't know if you guys are picking up what I'm putting down, but I think it might be an idea. I think this might be a viable venue for potential future merchandising. My pecs aren't that big? Matthias, were you not here a second ago? That is absolutely a lie. I think that I am more than capable of filling out a mousepad. Send you an ECW... I potentially could send you a belt. Doki Bird can send out a belt. Why can't I? A pocket watch is actually kind of on the theoretical line. I want to design one in a 3D model and print it. Because I think if I could just print them, then making them and sending them out would be easy. In fact, I can design one with the engravings and everything on it. Lenticular print. Oh, the stickers that move. Yeah, I think there are a number of those, actually. An ECW belt wristband. So the only trouble I have with ECW is that I don't know that I have a non-trademark infringing version of the ECW logo. We need to redesign the logo first. The actual ECW font face and all of that from the original design when ECW originally launched came from Extreme Championship Wrestling, which is a WWE owned property. So we have to circle the thinking people about redesigns for exactly what we're doing with the logo first. And then once we have a copyright-free logo, then we can start looking at wristbands and fun stuff like that. Can make the Wiggly a lenticular sticker? Actually, no, that'd be actually pretty cool. I would really... How many faces can you put on a lenticular sticker? I always thought it was like 3 or 4. How many frames of animation can you put on a sticker? Is it just 3? Can you condense the entire Wiggly animation to 3 frames? Because I think it's a 12-frame animation. So you'd have to cut it down to 4 essential frames. That's a turbo Wiggly. That Wiggly is breaking the sound barrier, moving at 3 frames. But yeah, I definitely have plans at some time in the future. Once, well, first off, when it's financially viable, right? I gotta make sure that I've got the pre-order backing to really make a merch run viable. But I mean, personally, I stand by the rule that I won't make merch that I won't buy. If I wouldn't buy it, I won't sell it. That's my singular rule for any sort of merch. And I wouldn't just say that in kind of a salesman line, right? Like, oh yeah, this is the coolest thing ever. You should buy 12 of them. I would never buy it myself because I'm not really into Thing. But you should buy it from me anyway because give me your money. Lenticular can have near 20 frames. Well, if that's the upper limit though, is that something we can actually get produced, though? That's gonna be the real question. So I'd have to check with some of my suppliers. But I'll keep that on the front of my mind, because I feel like lenticular stickers, or like lenticular cards, I guess, they fit in the same part of my brain as Pogs. they scratch that little bit of nostalgia in the back of my brain where Pogs exist. With unlimited money, logistics, and contracting, what is the ultimate merch that I would have made? Honestly, if I had an infinite amount of money, and logistics wasn't an issue, and all of that, right? If none of that was an issue, and I was gonna make the most amazing merch ever, I would contract an entire... I'd contract a graphic novel made. That's what I'd do. I would hire an artist or a team of artists, and we'd just churn out a whole graphic novel or a series of them. I mean, you said unlimited money and unlimited time, right? So we're gonna go whole hog. We're gonna churn out the whole brand. Give an opportunity to kind of flesh out the association. Kind of design some Saturday morning cartoon style adventures. I think that'd be fun. I think that's something that doesn't get explored a whole lot because, I mean, comics are hard to finance, and they're hard to flesh out in full form.
Credentials received. License upgraded.
Portugon, welcome to the Watchers. Glad to have you. So many new Watchers today. I'm super happy with that. I hope you guys don't underestimate just how excited I am to have all of you. It's really cool to get to spend time with my viewers and share all this cool new stuff with you guys. I haven't tangented this hard in a very long time. Who would play me in a movie? No, right now that's kind of hard to say, isn't it? I'm trying to think. How many big, like, muscly actors even are there anymore these days? Ryan Gosling? Ryan Gosling is too small and weedy these days. He's, well, I guess he kind of looked okay in the Barbie movie. But he's a little small. Chris Hemsworth maybe, but Hemsworth doesn't have the right accent. Also, Hemsworth is kind of, he's a little pigeonholed into being Thor now. The guy who plays Star-Lord in Guardians of the Galaxy. Who was that? I don't think I saw Guardians of the Galaxy, to be honest. That was one that everybody told me was supposed to be really good, but it was really good in like the Marvel Cinematic Universe sense, and MCU kind of filters me a little bit. Chris Pratt. Oh, it was Chris Pratt. Chris Pratt is in everything now. Mario. Star-Lord is Mario. I keep forgetting that. What a weird casting choice. Just dub over him like they did with Arnold. I don't know if we need to do that. I don't know if we need to do English to English dubbing. I mean, at least it would make the voice lines easier to time. That was always the problem with dubbing over, like in Bloodsport, like we watched a minute ago, right? There was always that joke about how voices never line up when you do dub between like Chinese and English or Japanese and English, because obviously your mouth isn't making the same shape and you're not saying the same number of words. But English to English dubbing would probably be a lot easier, right? Because you're still technically using the same sentence length because you're using the exact same words. The only thing that really changes is specific mouth shape, maybe, because accent does kind of have a bit of a say in that. I don't know, a movie could be kind of fun. It'd have to be really well written, though. That'd be the real question. Is it a well-written movie, and who gets to direct it? Are we talking like Michael Bay explosions and blood and guts, but it's not real blood and guts, it's robots? Can we... Did it ever occur to anybody that that's exactly what Michael Bay was doing? That he was getting... that he was just using the fact that he was putting robots into a movie as an excuse to show live decapitations on stream? Alright, we're gonna hop over here for just a second. I'm gonna show off one of the other redeems that we have on the channel. Here it comes. And that's what happens when you try to sell stuff when I'm trying to sell stuff on stream. Let that be a lesson to you. All right. Well, I think that's probably the last... I think that's the last slide, right? Yeah, that's the last slide on this. We finished the PowerPoint. The PowerPoint has been vanquished. We made it. Tradition has been upheld. Stream died, but it came back. Well, thank God it came back then. At least it didn't stay dead very long. But yeah, I've got a lot of ideas for future plans. I've got a lot of ideas for things that I kind of just want to do in the future, and I'm excited to share all those with you and to develop new ones. So that's another reason I have the suggestion box channel on the Discord. So if you're not already on the Discord, make sure that you are. That's also where you get all the Go Live announcements. I know Twitch sends out a little email or a little ping that says, oh, streamer is online. But I mean, all of us get a million of those, right? You guys want to know when Dante is live. So, to know when I'm live, go to the Discord, get the watcher roll there. Post and hang out, talk to each other about stuff. I like to post about, games that I'm playing, either off stream or on stream, projects I'm working on, stuff that I want to do, and there's a suggestion box channel there as well for stuff that you guys want to see, or stuff that you want to see more of, or what have you, right? Be straightforward, right? If you want to see more construction streams, you want to see me build a thing, You saw something really cool that you can make with a 3D printer and you want to see it made, let's do it. Let's plan around it. If you found somebody that also streams that does similar content to mine, or you think has a similar vibe, let me know about them. I wanna meet more friends. All right. Well, I'm gonna put you guys on another quick break. I'm gonna go gargle some salt water, and then we're gonna go on to the next portion of the stream. I think we're gonna play some games. Let's play some games. You and me. More Sammy tutorials? Yeah, we're definitely going to be doing more Sammy stuff. Since I didn't get the game finished, I think we're going to work on the game on stream. We might do that tomorrow, or I might just get sucked back into Deadlock and we'll play Deadlock tomorrow. I don't know. But we'll definitely be doing more Sammy-related stuff, more OBS-related stuff, more stream overlay stuff. Lots of that. In fact, almost everything that's on stream right now, up into the different layers of my clothing, right, are all controlled by Sammy. All the little pop-ups on stream, so the new followers, the new subscribers, well, the raid message when it was supposed to go off, but Twitch wasn't letting the stream know that it was happening, that sort of thing. I can manually trigger that just to show you guys what it does. I think it's blank though. It's probably gonna say undefined. Let me double check. Oh, it still has the last person who raided me on it. So normally on a raid it looks like this.
Chief, undefined is connected to the stream with undefined other terminals detected.
Undefined? Wow. I can't believe Undefined brought undefined viewers with him. What a Chad. I appreciate them bringing those undefined number of viewers with them. Make sure you guys go check out Undefined. Probably don't do that. It's probably a bad Twitch channel. Let me put you guys on a quick break, and then we will... Actually, wait a second. How much time we got? Nope, we gotta go now because Twitch is about to kick you guys to ads anyway. So, be right back. Go get a drink, and then we'll play some games when I get back. All right? See you then.